one of the other things that I've found intimate fascination with is you've probably single-handedly increased sales for the Wagyu brisket world by like 1 billion times. Does it really make that big of a difference?
Yes, Wagyu is probably the top grade, in my opinion. I know you got Kobe out there, but in my opinion, the Wagyu for the money is the top grade of beef that you could possibly use in competition. And, you know, and I've preached this before. You can go and spend an extra $30-$40, get that brisket, and have a better shot at winning the grand, or at least being in the money on that particular category, which is the brisket category, and you can't just get a choice or prime. And my thing is, most of them out there are paying $500 and up for first place. You know, why would you want to shortchange yourself $30-$40, not have to be in the hunt for the total dough? You know, and that's my whole argument. And there is a big difference in the type and quality of meat by going with that Wagyu. The marbling is just, you know, tenfold. And the place where I get mine from, only like out of the kills that week when they process, and only 5, maybe 6 really meet their standard to go to their gold label Wagyus, which goes and gets graded on the percentage of marbling in them. And that's like an 18 to 25% marbling in those particular briskets. So whenever you can get one like that, whatever company you're buying from, they do have a top flight. And that's all based on the grade of the marbling inside. So if you want to step it on up and get even a little bit better one, you want to get that with about the 20 to 25% marbling content in them, and that's what you want.
We're talking with Myron Mixon from Jack's Old South. He is the pitmaster, also on TLC's BBQ Pitmaster Show, which airs every Thursday. Myron, how much a part of success does your wife play in your competition, in your competing?
My wife, especially in my when I really started first competing, she went a lot. I mean, she went a lot of times with me and made the trips and worked hard. And, you know, and she shouldn't go as much now as she did at one time with her job, being an elected official here in Dooley County where we live. But the thing about what she does, she keeps me focused, keeps me down to earth, not far as the ego thing and everything, but she keeps me focused on the prize, what I got to do to keep competing and not get distracted and, you know, get too out of whack, angry or whatever, and the anxiety part of it to keep me focused on there ain't nothing out there that goes wrong that I can't fix. And she just reaffirms that to me all the time, and that really has helped me more than anything in the comps, because I really believe, regardless of what goes on at those comps, you know, short of burning up the pit and the meat, I can fix anything that's gone wrong. And she just helps reinforce that for me.
All right, so I know you're busy and you got a lot of stuff to attend to, but looking forward to tomorrow, more specifically tomorrow night. You had a few moments there on the Jay Leno show a couple weeks ago, but now you're back in Glitztown, getting ready to do a spot on the Craig Ferguson show, which is the Late Late Show. Can you give us a little insight as to what that segment might be about?
Well, now this is coming in on the ego part of it, but I've always made the statement that I was good enough to do a certain thing when I'm cooking. And, well, that certain thing is going to get shown tomorrow night on the show, so you need to stay tuned and watch it.
All right, so everybody, if you're not staying up late to catch it live, set your DVRs, watch Myron. He'll be on the Craig Ferguson show tomorrow, Wednesday, for a segment that's going to be great. So, Myron, and now let's be honest. I mean, it's just us talking here. Nobody else is listening. Doing this show and then doing the Craig Ferguson show, I mean, is it not a tremendous step down to go and have to do some type of thing with Craig Ferguson?
No, not to me. Craig Ferguson, to me, is the one that he does the stuff that maybe not. It's all to do with what society I tolerate now, but he's a lot like Carson was in the 60s and early 70s. Does a lot of the physical comedy, does a lot of the things that was edgy. You know, Carson did a lot of edgy things on the sex part.
Right.
You know, today it would seem like, you know, you let kindergarten students watch what he did, but it was edgy back then. Well, Ferguson does the same thing. He does a lot of physical stuff and a lot of the props he'll put on and do things like Carson always did. You don't see Leno and Letterman doing any of that. You don't see Conan doing any of that. And this guy here is going to play more to me as far as my personality, as far as a lot of things I do on the show with the language and things like that you couldn't get away with on Leno or Letterman.
Right. Now,
it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. Now, in all honesty, though, it's going to be no comparison compared to showing up here on the BBQ Central show, though, right?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, this right here is the premier media outlet.
Oh, the premier radio outlet. I have you on tape, so that's going to be dispersed all over the internet, no doubt about it. Myron, always appreciate the time, the candor, and the insight. Good luck tomorrow night, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
All right, big man. I want you to call me now. If you don't just give me a call like you see tomorrow night, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Well, give me a call.
All right, I'll do that. Thanks a lot, Myron. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
There he is, Myron Mixon, pitmaster of Jack's Old South. If you need him, jacksoldSouth.com, by the way, is his website. Also has some franchising opportunities that are going to be taking place, or that he's looking to actually branch out into. A lot of successful restaurants have started mom-and-pop wise and then look to branch out through the efforts of franchising, and certainly he's no different. So if you go to jacksoldSouth.com, I'm sure there's a link over there for his franchising opportunities as well. So what did you think? I want your feedback as well. You can call in or email. Again, 216-220-0966. We're looking at John Dawson here coming up in just about 6 minutes. But, this is something that really kind of affirms what I had been thinking all along. I mean, you go back through the archives of the show here on the BBQ Central show and listen to the interviews that I had done with Myron Mixon. Now, look, certainly no doubt about it. I mean, you can just hear the confidence and the way he holds himself, even just over audio. Doesn't even have to be in person, that he's a confident guy. He has a body of work behind him that certainly speaks for him. But certainly there's no reason that, given how he's aiming right now, that he could easily sidestep this show without a doubt and not give me a second glance, or he could continue to play up the heel aspect or the villain aspect, as he said that he's doing, or that he did for TLC. So I kind of thought that was probably going to be the way. But you find yourself talking to you're reading stuff on the internet and on all these forums about how he's doing it the wrong way and he's not coming across the right way as far as competition barbecue should be shown on television. And again, it's only one aspect. You have probably the guy that'll be on in 2 weeks, who most people think is doing it the right way, in Tuffy Stone, and of course Johnny Trigg, who we'll try and have on the show here at some point as well. But I think the exposure for the sport right off the bat is key. So again, thanks to Myron Mixon for coming on and spending the time. Very busy guy, and we certainly appreciate it here on the BBQ Central show. I'll look for John Dawson right now. Give me a quick timeout. It's Rempe and you right here on the BBQ Central show.